Shalom, Kahal Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth, and shalom and salutations to all the brothers that put your word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. Welcome. All right. And let me just get this out first. I love it when you put them thumbs down, because what it lets me know is that she's scared like a little bitch. I love that. What are you afraid of? All right? These things are going to come to pass. And if you're scared like a little bitch and you put a thumbs down and you don't have the balls to go to the comment section and explain why you put the thumbs down, you're a scary little bitch. So keep doing it, all right? And we'll keep bringing out the truth, all right? Woe, this is 2 Ezra 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon. Who's Babylon? Well, ancient Babylon was in Iraq. What is this talking about? America. What is Egypt talking about? America. Woe, meaning destruction, be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. And how do we know? Let's just quickly let's get Egypt real quick. This is Revelation 11. Is it 11? This thing's going to fight me. All right, 11 and 8. Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies, whose dead body? The children of Israel, shall lie in the street of the great city. What great city? Babylon the Great. Babylon the great city, which is America, which spiritually is called Sodom. Why? Why is America spiritually called Sodom? Well, the month of June. The month of June is what? Okay? We'll leave it right there. It's spiritually, Babylon the Great is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Okay? Who were the slaves in ancient Egypt? The children of Israel. Who were the slaves right here in the good old US of A? The children of the children of Israel. Same people. That's why this is called Egypt. Spiritually. Talk about America. If you can't get it, you ain't supposed to get it. All right? None of the wicked will understand. You're the wicked. If you don't understand this, you're the wicked. You're a wicked-ass Edomite, and your utopia, your paradise, your Idon, your Eden, America is about to be destroyed with nuclear fire. Bitch. All right? None of the wicked. This is you, Edomite boy. Put your thumbs down. Many shall be purified and made white, that's righteous, and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly. How is America stolen? Off the blood, rape, and robbery of the North American Indian. And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall. You ain't going to get what I'm saying right now. Because you don't want to stand trial and be convicted of your crimes. Okay? This is about judgment. And you being, see, Babylon the Great will be judged for its wickedness, whether you want it to or not. That's what's going on in the world right now, and these missiles, that's the judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, God and his son that you ignorantly call Jesus. All right? That's what World War III is about. And that's what you don't want. You don't want this place to burn, but it's going to burn. All right? Let's go back here. Woe be unto America. America. Woe means destruction. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword. What is a sword? an arrow, it's a nuclear missile, is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire, what fire? Nuclear fire. What does the rainbow actually mean? It doesn't mean the month of June. It means that God is not going to destroy the earth again with water. This time he's going to do it with fire. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues. What plagues? Plagues are sent unto you. What plague? Let's get the plague real quick. Zechariah 14. This plague. What plagues are sent? And this, Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Nuclear fire. Nuclear Armageddon. That's what plague. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Okay? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it hath began to burn? What fire? Nuclear fire. May one turn again the arrow. Ever heard of broken arrow? It's a nuclear missile that has gone rogue. The arrow that is shot of a strong archer. Arrow. ICBM. The Lord sendeth the plagues, the nukes, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire, nuclear fire, shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? This is talking about the nuclear, mutually assured destruction. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand, who is his son, that bendeth the bow. The bow is the missile silo. Okay? His arrows, the ICBMs, that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. What? What do you mean? Arrows shot into the ends of the world. From one continent to the next. You understand? Behold, the plagues, what plagues? The missiles are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. This is a future prophecy. It hasn't happened yet, but we're watching the buildup of it right now. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Those nuclear missiles. The fire, what fire? Nuclear fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. What is this talking about? Like as an arrow, an ICBM, which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward. Even so the plague, the nukes that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Now let's watch Johnny Storm here at Don't Speak News break down the plagues that are coming. All right? What's this? Caliber missiles. All right? Then get ready. If you haven't put your thumbs down already, put it down, and you should be in the comment section explaining why you did it. Otherwise, you're a bitch. All right? And I'll explain bitch at the end.
Russian senator urges missile strikes on U.S. bases in Europe. Everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. Let's just get right into it. A Russian senator has suggested his country should attack U.S. military bases in Europe. This would be in response to the Biden administration decision to send rocket systems to Ukraine. So Senator Franz Klintsevich, I think is how you pronounce it, told Russian state TV that Russia should wreck American bases using the country's high-precision, long-range weapons. In other words, their hypersonic weapons. After the U.S. announced it will send Ukraine the M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS. So a clip of Klintsevich remarks were shared by Francis Scar of BBC Monitoring on Thursday, who monitors Russian state TV. The senator's comments come ahead of the 100th day of the invasion of Ukraine on Friday. And you can see those clips right here. I'll put the link up as always. But basically what he said is that the Americans and NATO, they view our tolerance and integrity as weakness. But he said that now, the places where the arms shipments are arriving, in particular in Europe, taking into consideration Russia's high-precision, long-range weaponry, it's about time we took steps to warn them. Indeed, and that's most likely what they're going to do, is they're going to take out maybe one, maybe more U.S. and NATO bases in Europe, maybe even NATO headquarters. But they want to focus on where all the weapons are being gathered, and that may very well be Poland and Germany. Now, Klintsevich went on to say that Russia had shot down U.S. aircraft during the Korean War in the 1950s. It's likely he was referring to Soviet pilots who flew in the planes bearing Chinese and North Korean markings during the conflict. The U.S. and the former Soviet Union were not officially at war at the time. And yes, there were Soviet pilots flying those planes, and they were engaging with the Americans, and they shot each other down. The senator said that when the Soviets shot down American planes, the world didn't end. He said it's time to wreck American bases for now, the ones in Europe, he said. Unfortunately, that's just my personal opinion. So it isn't like it's official policy, but have no doubt, guys, that Russia has these bases already marked on the maps and ready to target, ready to program into their caliber missiles. And I do believe that's what we're going to see next, because Russia already sent those caliber missiles to destroy this Betsky rail tunnel, which is a major NATO supply route. I put it up over here in Don't Speak News. As Russia unleashed a barrage of 8 caliber cruise missiles by bombing for the first time the Betsky railway tunnel, which crosses the Carpathians on the border with Poland-Hungary, Slovenia, and Romania. So yeah, this is where they were going to ship in all these weapons, guys. In particular, this new M142 HIMARS, which can reach Russian territory, and that's why Russia is standing its ground in this particular system. Like this Russian senator said, the problem is NATO and the U.S. are taking, Russia not doing it so far, they're taking that as weakness. And if you watch that clip from Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. So this is what they're doing now inside of Ukraine, destroying rail tunnels, and soon it looks like they're going to destroy some U.S. bases in Europe, especially if they do attempt to ship this HIMARS system in, which I don't think it's there yet. We'll have to see. Now, in other war news, over in don'tspeaknews.com, Taiwan is banning all exports of modern computer chips to Russia and Belarus, and Chinese fighter jets give Canadian Air Force pilots the middle finger in a danger-close flyby. All that and more right now at don'tspeaknews.com. And don't forget, this is news that you can't speak about anywhere else. It's over.
All right, so now this didn't speak of nuclear missiles, but this is the buildup to nuclear Armageddon. All right, did you see right here where they spoke about Chinese and Canadian aggression? Meaning world war. Not just Russia and so-called Ukraine, which is actually NATO and the EU and the US fighting against Russia. Okay, China. Hey, this is about World War. So this is the buildup to World War III. All right? Get that real quick, and then I'm going to show you who the bitch is. Punk ass, dumbass. All right? This is yeah, I love thumbs down. So put them there and explain yourself. I bet you won't do that, right? Because God is mocking you, and he's using my voice to do it, all right? This is Revelation 11. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. What does that mean, cometh quickly? It hasn't, not here yet, but we're watching the buildup. There it is. All right, now let's address you bitches. Okay? Let's get, punk ass bitches. Let's get, this is the Bible. Okay? Because this is what you bitches are women. And I'm talking about you dudes. A shameless woman, this is Sirach 26 and 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. You see that woman? You see that dog? You see that female? You see that dog? But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Okay? Got that? Now let's get it here. Shameless woman. Let's get it in the good news. Let's get it in the good news translation. Okay? Sirach, right? Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25. A self-willed woman is a bitch putting her thumbs down. All right? Go to the comment section, punk ass bitch, dumbass, and explain why you put your thumbs down. But a woman with a sense of decency honors the Lord. See that word right there? That's out the Bible. This is the Good News translation. I didn't make this up. Okay? The GNT. That's good news. Bitch boy. All right? Dumbass. This channel here is about the Bible. Okay? 2 Peter 2 and 16. But was rebuked for his iniquity. That you're being rebuked right now. The dumbass. There you go right there. Dumbass. Speaking with a man's voice forbade the madness of the prophet. Here's my point right there, you dumbass. All right? These missiles are coming. All right? Shall we stop right there? Is that enough? Put your thumbs down and explain yourself. Right? You can't stop what is coming. What is coming? Your judgment, boy. This is Joel. Let's break it down. See, I love it. I love to see thumbs down. That way I get to bring it out, okay? Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, who's I? That's God, Yahweh. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Bring again the captivity. I'm going to get these people out of the slavery that they're still in to this day. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them. See, this is World War III. God is going to do what? Let's look at it right here in the NLT. I will gather the armies of the world into the Middle East. Why? Okay? Why is God gathering all nations and bringing them down into the valley of Yahweh-Shaphat, God's judgment? Okay? I will gather all the armies of the world. There will I judge them, all the nations. There will I judge them. Why? For harming my people, the apple of my eye, for scattering my people among the nations, and for parting my and dividing up my land. Okay? Well, who are God's people? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. The Christians. What's this word doing in the Bible? Huh? What does this word mean? Well, how do we say it? Phonetic spelling. Neger. Oh, that's Niger. No. What does it mean? Definition. My Christian. Definition. A Christian. Okay? Who are God's people? The niggers. Now you're really mad. But you can't do a damn thing about what this Bible actually says. And you don't understand it. You're the wicked. All right? Who are God's people? For harming my people, right? For harming my, what did you do? You got to pay for it. Your judgment has come. Okay? What did you do to God's people? Look at this. What did you do? Look at this. What did you do? Look at this. What have you done? Well, that was a long time ago. Oh, well, you don't have to pay for what you've done? Of course you do. Okay? What did you do? Look at Kunta. What did you do? All right? Let's go back. See, you done fucked up. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehovah. There will I judge them, not just the armies, all the nations and their armies. I will judge them for harming my people. Who are his people? Was Jesus? This is Acts 30. Was Jesus hung on a cross? Come on now. What is this? Book of Acts. Come on now. Was Jesus hung on a cross? Five. It's lucky. Let's see. Acts 5 and 30. The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom ye slew and hanged on a cross and nailed to a cross. And no. What? The God of our fathers raised up Jesus, whom ye slew and nailed. Okay, hanged on a tree. Now listen close. Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior, For to give repentance to everybody? To Israel, and forgiveness of sins. To everybody? No, to these people. You've been lied to. What did you do? For harming my people. Okay? What does this say? Sold, to be sold. To be sold. Slaves, Negroes. The children of Israel, whom you put a yoke of iron. This is in the Bible. Okay? Who's got that yoke of iron? Look at Kunta. These are the curses that the children of Israel went through. The real Jews. All 12 tribes. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies. Your who? Your enemies which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron. Who's he? Your enemy shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. Put your thumbs down, boy. That really hurts me. Your thumbs down is destroying me. And he shall do what? Put a yoke of iron in nakedness and in want of all things. Show and prove, boy, or girl, whoever you are. Show and prove what you're talking about. Okay? I'm going to show and prove what I'm talking about. Right here. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I judge them for harming my people. Get the picture yet? My special possession, for scattering my people among the nations and for dividing up my land. Let's go further. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. Let's go further. God's people are who? Everybody's got to know. You're wrong there too. You can be proven wrong. Which of my people shall be their slave? They threw dice. Why? What does this say? Slaves to be sold. Well, what's going to happen to you? What's your judgment according to the Bible? They traded boys to obtain prostitutes and sold girls for enough wine to get drunk. Okay? You have sold the people of Judah, the Jews, and Jerusalem, both kingdoms, the northern, southern kingdom, to the Greek. Who are the Greeks? Alexander the Creep, the Edomites, the wicked. I'll show you that. You want me to show you the Greeks? You have sold the Israelites to the Greeks. And it was the Africans that did that. Don't get it twisted. We're not the Africans. We're the children of Israel. Well, here's the Greeks right here. Look at the Greeks. Here are the Greeks. Look at this. That's the Greeks right there. You know where civilization started? Right? You have sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks so that they can take them far from their homeland, Israel. What did God say he's going to do? What's the judgment? But I will bring them back from all the places to which you sold them, and I will pay you back for everything you have done. I will sell your sons and daughters to the people of Judah, and they will sell them to the people of Arabia. What? What? Wait a minute. So whoever's in this picture right here, that's going to happen to you? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me my judgment is this? Double? Times two? You're going to sell, wait. You're going to sell these people's children into the hands of these people? You mean World War III is to do what? To subdue all the nations under the man you ignorantly call Jesus. And then the opposite, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. These people are going to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven. This is what God is about to do. But I will bring them back from all the places to which you sold them, and I will pay you back for everything you have done. How many times do I have to read that until it sinks in? Well, what were some of the things you did? Sell your sons and daughters to the people. This is the opposite of that. This is the payback. The payback for everything. Well, what did you do? What did you do? Oh, you fucked up. No, you didn't fucked up. No, you know you fucked up. For everything you have done. You know what a picnic is? Let's go pick a nigga, pack a basket full of food, and go watch this. Let's go pick one. Okay? That's what a picnic is. Go pick a nigga. Go get a rope. I will pay you back. God himself said this. I will bring them back into their rulership. I know you already turned it off. This is too much for you to bear. We'll read it in the NLT. But the Lord will have mercy on the descendants of Jacob, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He will choose Israel as his special people once again. This is talking about the kingdom of heaven. He will bring them back to settle once again in their own land. Hasn't happened yet. It didn't happen in 1948. We're still over here catching hell, getting shot in the back, handcuffed, getting strung up to trees. And the people from many different nations will come and join them there and unite with the people of Israel. Those are Israelites too. The nations, here's the other people, the nations of the world will help the people Israel to return, and those who come to live in the Lord's land will do what? Will serve them. Will be their slaves in the kingdom of heaven. Those who captured Israel will themselves be captured. Those who captured Israel getting the picture yet? Those who captured Israel will themselves be captured, and Israel will rule over its enemy. Well, who's your enemy? Do I have to go back and wouldn't this be classified as my enemy? Whoever did this to me and my people? I think so. Why is God bringing World War III? Because he's going to judge the nations after he subdues their military, their way of being able to defend themselves. Okay? Joel 3:7, but I will bring them back from all the places to which you sold them, and I will pay you back for everything you have done. I will sell your sons and daughters to the people of Judah, and they will sell them to the people of Arabia, a nation far away. I, the Lord, have spoken it. Then we go straight in. So what's next? Say to the nations far away, get ready for war. World War III. Why? I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I judge them. We're in the time of great judgment. Okay? Now, well, you're going to die in the nuclear fire too. Well, let's find out. Let's find out. Now, remember who my enemy is. Who's my enemy? Well, the guy that put me in a tree and hung me. See how the Bible reads. Start at 11. Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from God entered into them. Entered into who? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, God's chosen people, the nation of Israel. Right? Meaning the truth. The Spirit of truth came into us. Oh, we're not Africans? We weren't swinging from tree to tree like monkey like our enemies told us? Right? And they stood upon their feet, and great fear. You scared of it. You're a bitch and you're afraid of this truth. And great fear fell upon them which saw them. You scared. And we're going to mock. The Most High God is mocking you right now through me. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, unto who? The Israelites, the 1/3, the elect, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. And their enemies beheld them. Right before the missiles hit, we were saved. This is what it means to be saved. They ascended up to heaven in a cloud. It's a huge spaceship. You know, the ones that the Pentagon is fighting against right now? The Pentagon is the enemy of God. And the same hour was there a great earthquake. That's when the missiles hit. The same hour. So here's the extraction. Okay, the children of Israel get beamed up into the mother or the fathership, if you will, and their enemies are going to be sitting there with their mouths dropped right before the missiles hit. The same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city. What city? Babylon, the great city, America. All 10 FEMA regions are going to be dissolved. Clean, dissolved. The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, meaning if you didn't get beamed up into that spaceship, your ass got burned up on the ground. And in the earthquake were slain, killed, slain of men, everybody that didn't get beamed up. And the remnant, the ones that got beamed up, were scared as hell because they barely made it and gave glory to the God of heaven. All right? One more, and we'll close it. I know it went long, but That's what you get for your thumbs down. I can't wait to see thumbs down again because I can't wait to do this again. Proverbs 1 and 26. We'll start at 25. But ye have set up not all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. This is the Most High speaking. I also will laugh at your calamity. That's when you understand that what the prophets are out saying right now, what I'm telling you, it's going to dawn on you. Oh, you know what? That nigga was right. I will mock when your fear cometh. The Most High is mocking your punk ass right now. Because you decided to put a thumbs down, and I know you're coming back. You're scared. You're scared right now. Great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right? When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction as a whirlwind, what's that talking about? The missiles hit me. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon you. You're going to call for sweet Jesus. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is not going to answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. You don't know the name of the Most High. I'm saying it over and over. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. You're not going to call on the Lord. He's going to destroy you. None of the wicked shall understand. All right? So, right next to your thumbs down, use the comment section to state your case. And if you speak not according to this word, meaning the Bible, if you can't use the Bible to state your case, then you're just a dumbass. All right? Isaiah 8 and 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, what word? The Bible. It is because there is no light in them. All right. So with that, we hope that the elect were edified, you brothers and few sisters. Death to you Edomites and you heathen. Right. With that, we're going to say shalom.